bit early because I want some, yeah. So, get back, I'm getting ready to go and enjoy the rest of my day that doesn't involve tightrope. So, now I don't know the legalities because somebody decided my minor signing for things was a good idea. But I got one of the best gifts I've been given in a year, honestly. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Let me see, where am I here? Okay. Exactly. Exactly. Sorry, buddy. Now, here's where I'm at. Okay. Now, somebody decided that going to courts and lying to them, well, at least to a notary and such, was a good idea. Now, why they thought that was a good idea, I don't know. Um, don't really care either. However, here's my issue, right? Alright, so, since before uh, my brother's services, Old Chicken on a Stick has been around riding panels, right? Right? Hmm. Now, I paid no mind to Chicken on a Stick. Didn't care about Chicken on a Stick. Just like I've said repeatedly throughout these months. Didn't even realize, because it was all lies and bullshit. I couldn't discern that it was like, you know, anybody actually knew from, right? Because it was fucking lies, man. The only one I ever took note of was really when they were up on a panel line about my brother and his funeral, and what had transpired at the services and whatever, which was a lie. None of that happened. And so I'm like, what the fuck, right? And I was just like, ah, fuck it. Fake panel writer, right? Nah, I paid it no more mind. It wrote the panel, I believe, during the Scotchy, Valkyrie, Shay, Crystal, CSI hit piece there a few weeks ago, which is now just poofed off the face of the earth. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The other day, somebody who's turned everything into the feds was like, chicken on a stick is so-and-so. It's like, huh, alright. I guess I should have got that since the picture, and I hadn't paid no more attention to it. Now, as you can see on, hold on. Squirrel's channel and others, Chick on a Stick eventually changed the profile picture from the back of the hair to full-on face, right? Picture. Thought that a little weird, but it is what it is. Now, this person and another one I know, and that person happens to be kin to Squirrel. Okay, chicken on a stick. Now, here's the issue. This person obviously had issues with me 5+ years ago, etc. I've not thought about it. It doesn't take up headspace for me. But I've watched through the years and gotten receipts as it left shitty comments everywhere, la la la. Right? And since Summer's disappearance last year, it has made itself known, at least under that picture and its name, and groups, including squalls and otherwise. Facebook groups talking shit about me, on news articles talking shit about me, talk about defamation, slander, and harassment, okay? Then here in the past couple months, it started writing panels, talking shit, defamation, slander, blah, 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 right? Now, and in conjunction with another person that we have in common. But I found some of the things from that person lied. Because of the wording and such, Now, look, y'all. All I can tell you is that either CSI, Squall, Scott, Valkyrie, Crystal, let's see, I don't know, and the rest, right, who've had chicken on a stick on panel, either all received what I did today, or they're trying to hide to play setup time with chicken on a stick. Because they either made a fake one, or the real one is still on its bullshit. Either way, I was unaware it was chicken on a stick till the other day. Okay. Now, and I have proof of that. Hell, it was on video when I was... Anyway, point is that, I was like, fucking really? Really? Anyway, y'all. All I know is that, if the real person that sent me the shit today, right, that I didn't sign for, that a minor did, so I don't know the legalities of that. I wasn't even present. But, sent the rest of them paperwork too. Or, right? Because they've made a fake chicken on a stick and a fake profile for all these months, which I would find weird. I don't know. They're pretty dedicated around here to harassment, trying to stir shit. You have to just kind of guess about it. Really. Anyway, what this will allow me to do in court is to subpoena Squirrel, Scott, Valkyrie, CSI, Shay, Crystal, and the rest. And they can hide those materials. They can private them. They can erase them. But a court can order them. And they can order it to be, shown in open court. These videos where, they say things like Squall says to Chicken on a Stick here, well, we're really pressing some buttons, as in collectively together, trying to help target Jody Sue. Now, real odd, right? But that's what this will allow if I take it fully out there. I'm going to let them go ahead and file the lawsuits and do whatever else and go all the way to court. It's going to allow me to summon Scott, Valkyrie, CSI, Shay, Crystal, Squirrel, all their real names, all their real faces, and if that is not the person they've been saying it is behind Chicken on a Stick, then it shows more of the setup to the police, to courts, to the feds. Now, y'all, I may go to jail for a day or two. But if that's what the fuck it takes to show the ties and the harassment and the targeting and to out these people under their real names, I'll do it. I will have the shit suit out of me to do that. Now, this person went and straight up lied to the court. Either way, it doesn't matter. And I don't know that it was court. It just takes you writing out whatever the fuck and then having a notary do whatever. But thing is, for starters, all this cute shit predates my mention of Chicken on a Stick and their supposed real name, right? Who's really kin to Squall. Now, and of course, on this, you have, like, on this one example, this is early May 7th, I believe. And you have Justin over here, and you have Shay, and you have Squirrel, and you have Chicken on a Stick, and, and then you have months worth of screenshots of the person behind Chicken on a Stick, supposedly in all the groups on Facebook and otherwise, talking shit with my name out there in the same sentence. And, but then, here's the thing. All things come back to a 5-year ago period, right? And those things that I have very real receipts for, that person did indeed tag myself and 2 others on Facebook during the night while we were asleep and accuse us of all kinds of business, and we all woke up like, what the hell is this talking about, right? And tried to backtrack, did whatever, and then contacted family and did, just bizarre shit for, like I said the other day. But I haven't thought about it much since, because I don't care. But in this shit today, it's them saying that I accused them of stealing evidence or something, or that was not the case. You got it, like, they think I named fucking cat Mike because of it. That's not the case. The hell are these people thinking, bro? They really, all these people, man, they think they take up more headspace, man, they do. But I'd say months worth of panel writing, talking shit about me to a group centered directly around case of blow that bullshit out of the water. And for years even, and for being the one to start shit by tagging me publicly in some bullshit that was a lie, that I do have very real receipts for, and conversations for, and, and they can try to claim that shit, but Facebook downloaded data is Facebook downloaded data. So, it is what it is. Yeah, hash brown thing is I didn't pick that name. My daughter did. But they really are now like, cat's name's Mike! The fuck? And? Kid named a cat. We've had conversations about this on these videos. Because everybody's like, why did Barb change my... Because my kid wanted it so, right? Had nothing to do with me. Anyway. Hell, it was months ago, man. Mike's been here for months. I didn't even realize who Chicken on a Stick was till the other day. Give me a break. The hell? Anyway. So. Here's the thing. And if they've really, this group created Chicken on a Stick, try to make it look like they want, it's real strange because they use their real name in all the real groups and real news articles, and they still really, under every memory and shit I and others had shared on Facebook, still go around talking mad shit, and have for years. Either way. Either all the people involved in this got what I did today, but worse, because I think that would actually be criminal charges, like immediately out the door, what they've been doing if it was done under somebody else's name, creating fake, I don't know, regardless. Point is, fake, real, etc. this allows me to ask a court to summon all of them with their materials, the real faces, and real names. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. And since they're tiebacks to BK, it'll be on down the line. And everybody who has shared clips of Chicken on a Stick is also subject to summons to court as witnesses, and to tie together what they've either done to myself, which is going to prove my ass innocent and mind fucked, or it's going to prove that it's the real person behind these real profiles who have absolutely been doing what they're trying to accuse me of doing, which is like defamation, slander, whatever, right? For years now that I've paid no mind to, and that they initiated 5 years ago. That I have very real screenshots and pics of and proof of down the line. Here's the thing. Y'all. It's over a month ago. I didn't do my chicken on a stick piece till a couple days ago. So yeah, I'd say slander defamation was occurring towards me a long time before I made a chicken on a stick piece the other day. And then, let's see. No, I don't want to show his last name or theirs, but these are photos, and it's weird because Linda's on all these others, and you know. Either way, I'm just gonna hide the names. Anyway, but they're all on here, right? In groups with Squirrel under their real names and Facebook profiles. Okay? And this was May. Let me see, this was shared under Shay's real name in that group. And then you have. Oh, here you go. It's either the fake or the real one. Who really knows at this point? But you have this one over a month ago, right? With openly calling me fucking names, targeting, harassing me, you know, slandering, defamation. Predating anything it alleges here with me. So that's a little odd. Right? That's a little odd. You know, here the thing is, in 2018, this is a conversation between this person and I about what she had done at the time. But it was, if anyone should be sorry, it's me. Trust me, I want you under less shit, not more. And honestly, it's about 62% of the reason I was so pissed to begin with. At least after I knew what all she was doing, it wasn't right, and it ticked me off that she was using you, lying, manipulating everyone with your name and mentions. And this person goes, I appreciate your concern, but she put me in this, and now I understand how far she's able to go. For absolutely no reason, he says. And I was like, she's dragging my GD sister into it. I was like, fucking furious. She's really messaging my sister. And I was like, my sister's asking others what's going on. I was like, so who knows what the fuck this person has said or sent her. And they go, I told her it was Mandy Sterling. Right? Shit. So, you know, and this was after this person had tagged us all overnight in stuff that was crazy. Publicly, for the world to see, for hours while we were all asleep. That I have screenshots for still. They still exist. So, you know, they were like, the bestie of the world. For this person was like, I appreciate your concern, but she put me in this, referring to that person, and now I understand how far she's able to go for absolutely no reason. Right? Yep. That's what her bestie thinks of her, even though they hang on her now. Alright. But, like I said, this group could be creating 2 fake profiles and just having them say shit, I guess, everywhere online, including under personal Facebook pages, still with photos recently of them talking shit about me in the past year. I don't know. Take that as you will. However, it's 5 fucking years ago, y'all. 5 fucking years ago. Yeah. Um, Alright, and so this conversation is nice. I was like, I'm sure you'll hear shit. I'm all done with her. I blocked her before I went totally evil on her. I guess I was just supposed to eat her back in it, so let's be nice, couldn't do it. Fuck her, dude, fuck her. And in case you're unaware, she's blaming you and trying to manipulate everyone, and I know her. She will probably send you text versions. And she did. She had a habit of copying and putting stuff instead of screenshots like every other normal human being. It was very strange. I got screenshots in their entirety, though. See, and they still exist. Not out of context bullshit. I'll be happy to share if need be. I'm done fucking around with her. She's a goddamn liar, manipulator, and a shit-stirring drama queen. I was like, I love you. I hope we can remain friends, but I'm not putting up with that shit from her. And they go, love you too, nor should you. It was like, she's posted about me being a dancer, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, what's up with these people and this bullshit? I don't get, and he goes, seems like that her and another person involved were friendly. It was supposed to bother me, and honestly, 3 years ago it did. I've talked both about it and considered it dead and buried. Guess I was stupid to think so. I was like, man, if you only knew how she's using you in this situation, blaming you and trying to separate and divide everyone by manipulation and not telling on her. I was like, she's scandalous. I was like, I can only imagine what the fuck she may do to your head on a continual basis, if this is any indication. And he goes, I lived with it for years, literally. And see, they were once a couple-ish way back in the day. So I was like, I think I'd rather have been single, hell with that. And he goes, true story. And I was like, is she always this blind to her own behavior, ? And he goes, yes, from day one. I was like, or is it really just her playing stupid, ? Both. And he goes, I never figured it out. I was like, well, whatever it is, I've had enough. I blocked her before I went total C on her and said some shit that would ensure I'd be visiting a cell. Not taking backhanded insults and outright insults and rolling over them. He was like, I hate this shit got started, but nobody needs that drama. Anyway, at a certain point, I was like, seeing what she was doing. She lied, kept lying, found out she was saying shit to me opposite to someone else, and sending out of context shit to others to stir more shit, create more drama, blah, blah. He's like, I can't joke that much shit. I was like, and then I seen what I seen her trying to do to others and using you as an excuse. It lit my ass on fire. That was the catalyst. Couldn't be nice anymore. He goes, I don't blame you. Thank you for not holding her against me. Oh, yeah. And then, you have the obvious public displays of defamation and all this other bullshit. 5 years ago, starting then, from said person. And he was like, damn it, not letting it go. As far as she was concerned. And he goes, I still don't know why she didn't just ask. Well, the other third party that was involved. How you got put into the pile makes no sense, he says. And I was like, tell me what I did to her to deserve what she did to me to begin with. Or why it was appropriate for her to insult me repeatedly but not expect me to call her on it. And he goes, that's where I'm at, right? These are the screenshots I'll keep to myself from her. Yeah. Oh yeah, here it is. She says, so-and-so and I discussed the issue and all parties involved, and she acted like I'd let it go, but she had tagged my name and shit I had nothing to do with publicly on Facebook and such. And I was like, you didn't ask, you assumed, you accused on social media. Not cool. And you may have talked to so-and-so or worked it out with him, but I'm not that person, nor was that person the only one you tagged in that nonsense. And I'll cut this one so it doesn't. I'll just do it this way, fuck it. She goes, did it affect you in your social life? If it did, I apologize, but I seriously doubt it did. I was hoping you would be the voice of reason, but I guess that wouldn't have happened. I was like, no, but tagging someone in a nonsensical post while assuming things, accusing people of things without facts is bullshit. I wouldn't like it in person either. And they're like, it wasn't bullshit, we worked it out. Yeah, it was bullshit. Wasn't even legit. I was like, laugh out loud, yeah, I'm the one not using reason, okay. I'm just not a doormat. I'm not a peacekeeper, easily lied to, manipulated, or desperate to keep friends, people, especially those who tag me in shitstorm and post based on assumptions, without simply asking me first. Reason would have been asking first. Reason would have been just insulting me outright instead of that silly backhanded Southern Belle polite society nonsense. And yeah, you may have worked it out with him. I'm not him. I was also tagged. You've not worked out anything with me. You've insulted, you've avoided, you've given excuses, but no valid reason to do what you did, and said sorry. I don't appreciate sorry when it comes along with what appears to be bullshit and avoidance. And they go, avoidance of what? I don't want to rat anyone out, so I'll take the blame. Death avoidance. It's like, yeah, you can blame another party all you like, but I've never said diddly squat about you to that person, other than asking if you were cool people when you first sent me a friend's request, so I know better. It's like, it's not hard to discern who you are trying to pin blame on, by the way. There's only 4 of us here, and 2 of us were tagged, so I think that person's had enough recently, don't you? Damn. Anyways, there's all kinds of that shit. And I still have the originals of this, but these are some of the posts we were all tagged in while we were fucking asleep that night. And see, this is the thing, what she had started was from years before, had nothing to do with me. It was Jesus, the person and Mandy thing. Shit happened when he was going through a breakup. I didn't ask for protection. I talked to both of them about it in person. You'd think that he said it yesterday, going by the post. I thought that shit died 3 years ago. We weren't even hanging out at that point. I didn't exist in that group. But she involved me in it. 3 years later. It made no sense, man. Not to any of us. And to be tagged in the middle of the night was nonsensical at fucking best. Okay? Even they were wilded the fuck out about it, and that person's been in their group for years, since they were kids, because they're above my age group. I was like, dude, I still have zero clue what the fuck her initial issue was. None. And she's telling about 4 stories and backpedaling on them to everyone. And this person goes, I guess I need to be reminded that he mistook our friendship for one, but she's a flirt, always was. How it came back now, I don't understand. She may have named you too, but everything I see screams myself as in himself. Either way, yeah, I mean, like, there's many conversations like that between all of us, so, yeah. You know, that was about the next doofus. Oh dear, the year's worth of. The year's worth of. And then she says she was just trying to get my attention by that. Self-admittedly. Rather weird. That was 2020, so almost 2 years later, she pops up doing other crazy shit in my life and around us, and trying to insert herself around friends to be near us, and to try to get on the property too. I mean, this shit's been going on for years, man, with her in different ways. It's bizarre as fuck. So regardless, real one, fake one, it doesn't matter. Okay, because there's enough here for the years. For the years. So, you know, That was January 2020. So from 2018, when that stuff occurred, and in 2020, she's still doing things to try to get back around in life and whatever, right? It's been this. And it's real bizarre. And I have proof that it's been occurring for years in a pointed fashion. So real or fake, it's not going to matter. And I know the real account has very much went around talking shit and fucking with me online. I don't pay any minds throughout the years. I don't think about it the way it thinks about me. Now, if it happens to be a fake one they've had riding chicken on a stick here, and in these groups, then I hope all of them got what I got today. Could explain why suddenly they want y'all to see certain vids. Either way, right? They think that's somehow going to either prevent them from me proving that chicken on a stick is. But it's not, because these things are recorded. They're there. And even if they weren't, the thing is that subpoenas are real. And then, you know, the shit I got today is going to be a problem. Because, like, these words right here, where Chicken on a Stick agrees that they are working in a cohesive unit to try to trigger my buttons. And where it's road panels for months, talking garbage, slandering, all the other things. All a judge and lawyers have to do is subpoena the materials, the creators behind them, and link them all together. And there are all their real names, real everything. And their materials out in the open, and it will absolutely prove exactly what I've been saying. All because homie, and if not, the thing is, it's not going to matter, because it's still leaving very real comments all across the line. The real one. It's not going to matter. Because it is very much present doing shit first. So, whatever the hell. But half of that shit that it swore in front of a notary was legit is an absolute fucking lie. Isn't that like a fucking no-no? Isn't that a no-no? I think that's a no-no. Yeah. So, I don't even know what I did with it. And like I said, I don't know how legal it is, considering they had a minor sign for it while nobody was present. But, they really brought my fucking cat into it, dude. So they named the cat after, what the fuck? My daughter named her cat, dude. In the end, and the thing is, they're bringing up uses all this other stuff. I mean, I got the receipts on there, and because I had no problem just dragging everybody into that shit. Everybody. Every piece of cornbread and every chicken, I have no problem bringing it in there and slinging it the fuck out. Because I don't care. And where it concerns summer verses, all that, I really give no shit. I will sling every name out there. And every receipt on earth. Because I want to know why everybody's little hands are and everything around summer. And that's more important. So there we go. And apparently I accuse people of being mentally instable. I think they meant unstable, but whatever. And I didn't accuse anybody of stealing evidence from Beach Creek. I said people were planting, but that was separate from. And that had to do with another party being told to send a tip down there. Had nothing to do with chicken on stick. Anyway. So, y'all, here's the thing. I want you to listen to this piece real quick. After that accusation there, right? Now, mind you, this is a month ago. A month ago. Chicken on a stick.
Yeah, it's a true detective book, and I used to make my mama so mad, but first thing that got me raised up, which I understand she had suspicions over the billboard thing, I get all that behind
I don't know why I don't listen to that
the scenes. I don't do Discord. I was giving her hell over you. I read in between those lines, and you know what I'm saying.
I missed.
See, there was a piece in there we were talking about all kind of work anyway, but that's fine. It'll come out cool.
Live on that when I caught the 7 minutes.
Well, it's because she dirty deleted it, but I caught 7
Didn't dirty. I don't know.
minutes of it. And these others has got more of it, so I think, Gavel Geeks, she upset her pretty bad too. And that's just a fact-based channel, so.
And she, Gavel, upset her pretty bad too, ha ha ha. Meanwhile, all of them are on screen. All of them. Under what appears to be chicken on a stick's real face. Okay. I'm like,
I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but I'm going to step down and let Chicken on a Stick have it.
Alrighty. Thank you for coming
right.
in. I appreciate it.
Hey, good. Squall, I come anytime, honey. You're more welcome to come over and remind you. Be more welcome to.
If I ever catch you live, I always catch you like right. It's like I was
oh, the filler content.
the live thing, and I'll click on and it'll say stream ended like 2 minutes ago, and I'm like, really?
that,
Oh, yeah, okay.
to me, I've been missing a few of my favorite creators alive, and I'm a mod in one of them. I've missed her alive for several
She's a mod in a lot of places.
days.
Life happens. Life gets.
Hey, mine's been very hectic this week.
It's
It
not.
sure has. I've been having to
Like how there's got complaints about theirs while they're trying to destroy everybody's.
take care of my mama.
Oh, I hope she's doing all right.
We're struggling, but we're trying. But anyway, it's good to talk to you girls. I got to plug up or I'm going to go dance.
All right,
All right, honey.
you take care. We'll
You
talk.
too, honey.
No, dear, bless my soul. Why?
Are you there, hon? I think you got yourself muted.
Now, mind you, this is not the first panel ride or anything for this thing. This thing's been panel riding, either pretending to be the real A, or is the real A, since before my brother passed in February. We're now almost at the end of June. This was the first days of May,
Unmute your.
before I ever spoke publicly about real name being associated with chicken on a stick.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was wondering, I was like, well, why ain't she talking and everything? I guess it's bringing everybody up automatically muted, so.
Oh. So what have you learned?
And see, here's the thing. You have Justice for, right? Down here telling them, this was so good, filled with so much info. Thank you, Hearts, as well as panel guest. So, panel guest / chicken on a stick obviously was out here disseminating misinformation about me to defame, slander, and harass me. And to get me harassed while working with this group. And J4 was going to take it and do things with it as the extreme targeting cycle went in. Imagine that.
I guess we pressed some buttons.
I guess we pressing buttons, she says. We. And only chicken on sticks left on there. I guess we are pressing buttons. Now, behind the scenes, you have the real profile for Facebook for Chicken on a Stick talking shit about me everywhere on Facebook and otherwise. And in Squirrel's little groups. Imagine that.
Well, I think we pressed a couple of buttons. But if any of the other ones that talking to locals that know her and want to share their story, you know, if she wants to threaten and everything, there's going to be a lot more people, I think, coming out if she starts acting that way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know about the threats. Like,
I think this had to do with the vigil stuff, and they were trying to push that out, right? Is what the fuck this was.
Know, like, a little bit about what I heard, but wasn't much.
Right.
Right.
But, I mean, I talk to people, you know, like, but you know how it is. People around here, they think, oh my God, going on the internet, you know, like it's
going on the internet.
I don't know. They don't even use Amazon and eBay. You know?
Yeah. The majority of people around here, they don't.
Really? No shit.
They go to the Dollar General. If they can't get it at the Dollar General, they go to another discount grocer. And I mean, there's a lot of people.
I don't even know, like, what the fuck does grocery? You know, it's fine. I don't understand it, but let's carry on.
People here that don't even go to Walmart.
Right. I get it. Yeah. So, but yeah. So we're in that, and people just really look down on that.
And they don't listen to everybody. They don't listen to everybody.
What? I just don't understand. It's fine. Let's just carry on, you know, I guess, right?
What's going on here, but you know, Jody Sue, hers gets passed around because the way that she talks.
Like her videos and such?
Yeah, her videos.
Interesting. So she knows about my videos. She's watching them. Okay.
I mean, where she sits there and rambles for hours and hours and hours, day after day after day. Yeah. It's a lot.
Okay, thank you, Shay. Safe place.
So she responds to my name, is obviously talking about me, got eyes on the videos, and has some sort of issue to where it's hours and hours and hours and hours. Well, I don't know. Fuck it.
We'll play that. She's gonna. Do you need the link to do that? If you do, just let me know and I'll drop it again. Or if anybody else. I can't get that to go off of my screen.
I mean, these people realize they don't have to watch, right? They don't have to come over here at all. They act like somebody's putting upon them because they're over here with eyeballs on me and taking up headspace that they're not taking it from me. It's nonsensical at best.
Let me see here. There we go.
And the thing is, if they have faked the person behind this, at least for the panel writer, this person can very much go and sue the shit out of all of them for creating fake whatever, right? Which may be why they're all trying to hide their materials today, other than just pretending that, like, shit ain't recorded in the background, ain't nobody got anything, you know, it's fine. It's whatever. We'll get there.
I'll drop a link here and you can put it in our chat back here, I think, maybe.
Okay.
She can jump back on and drop it in like in the private chat.
So this shows that they're sharing links that obviously Chicken on a Stick needs for something about me and stuff in the background. Right? That would be... Nah, it's fine. Let's just carry on.
Or I can go and get it. If it's a 7-minute when I think I can go and get it, I can just pull it up. Anyways, I know, back what I was talking about, about whenever I, had Jody Sue on my panel.
There's my name again.
It was just so bizarre. I mean, all of it, because, it was like, well, if you're not going to raise money, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. She was like...
See? That's the thing, right? Y'all hear that? There's the video. Squirrel's pissed. She's like, well, if you're not going to raise money, then what are you doing? Because Squirrel was heated at that point that this group had taken her idea for the fucking con-ass fundraiser from her.
Criticizing me.
And I was criticizing her.
Then she says, whenever I asked her if she wanted to come back up, and, I said, people...
But that didn't even take place, I don't think, on that fucking live period. It was over personal phone calls, right? That I'm sure the FBI and feds were taping. But that's fine. It's neither here nor there. It's whatever.
I want to hear from you and everything. And she was like, oh, I'm about to speak louder. I was like, okay. And then the very next day after she told me she was...
I've never even watched that first panel, but all I really did that day, as I recall, when she tricked me with the link and all that bullshit, was, like, trying to show her on the screen and get her directed to where, like, locations and shit were, telling her about the screen, the basics. That was it. That was really... I don't know. You know how it goes around here.
About to speak louder. I talked to her that night. I think it was. I don't know. I have to go back and get the exact days and times and stuff. People start...
And that live thing was well before left here, before the motel thing happened, but here in a second, she'll try to twist those things together. It was really fucked up.
Messaging me, asking me if she was okay, if she's safe, somebody's trying to kill her. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? So I messaged her.
It's not it at all. Like, I mean, this shit is just pure bleh.
And I was like, are you all right? Are you safe? Because I hadn't heard anything. And
I was talking to P-Fizz and all in at this point, 423. Either way.
She was like headed towards safety and everything. And then I guess she gets there to the motel and everything. And I don't know if it was that same night or the next night. Whenever she got settled in, she called me and everything. And she said that the cops were driving by the motel spot.
That's not what was said at all. There was a black truck sitting the fuck out there, dude. And as soon as I mentioned it to 423, it left after a couple days. It was them, dude. Anyway.
In the motel that she was in. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're not even in Hawkins County, are you? And that's the ones that's got the thing out.
What? I mean, Hawkins County had nothing to do with anything, dude. It's just pure garbage. Squirrels up here talking for starters.
That's got it out for you, that you're, because they're friends with Andy.
They're both favorites and shit, but like, I was threatened with shit. And? What the fuck ever?
Right? And she was like, oh, but they're all intertwined and interconnected in East Tennessee.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And I was like,
hold on.
Okay. And, it was not long after that, Brad came out and said that, he had his guards there all night and nobody was messing with her.
Y'all hear that? There's Squirrel admitting that they knew 423 was having me followed and people and off-duty police that Squirrel was well aware of.
But she goes on
and she was in contact with 423 Chase/Brad in order to be communicating like that. Why was this woman a local who keeps targeting Frank, in touch with all these that were pulling the con and fundraiser, everything. That was her idea that she was pissed off about. And I just don't know, man.
You know, that's how she worked her way into speaking louder. Where she went to the comments over in with Scott and Penny, and she worked her way in. They did not.
I literally have the messages of all of this. Where P-Fizz is like, hey, go into this room that night. See, this is the shit I'm talking about.
Force her to talk. No one has ever forced Jody Sue Brown to do anything. Jody Sue.
Other than Unicorn, no, not much, but manipulation and tactics and liars and bullshitters like you see here, entirely different story. It takes me sometimes a minute to catch up, especially when you're going through all the chaos I was. But it's fine, let's carry on.
Brown has pushed her way through to do it herself.
Right.
And she uses people to do that.
Right.
Well, she posted on her Facebook something, the restraining order paper.
And like I said the other day, this was where she got mad, blah, 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 because she was fucking wrong. She didn't like it. She was like, yeah, it's fine.
And she said something about her not getting child support. And I said, well, they...
And I proved her fucking wrong. She said I couldn't get it. That it had to be a separate court. And I was like, bitch, they do give it in orders of protection. Here's the paperwork. Put it up on Facebook. It's still there if you don't see it. Showed it to the other day too. They really do that. She didn't like being wrong, and I'd already hung up on her, and that was the last straw. And I blocked Squall's ass off Facebook at this point and said, fuck you. It still irritates her, apparently.
Usually, around here, they usually don't order child support in a restraining order.
Oh, I don't know. Ask the people in front of me in court that day, because they issued child support in that one. But the calculator mysteriously disappeared at mine. It's fine. Let's carry on.
Court, anyways. You go to court for the restraining order, and they have a special judge for child support.
Okay.
I don't know who Mr. Burgles is.
Oh, this is where I think somebody tried to come in and P-bomb them. I don't know.
I don't know.
He's wearing a mask, so I'm not letting him up.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a...
Okay.
I don't know. They have their ideas about privacy. I mean, I don't know.
And they could just turn their
Oh dear, the P-bombing. It's real around here, though. I mean, you know, it just is.
don't do that because they'll porn flash you. He'll put it down in his lap.
True story. I've seen it done a few times.
Oh. Okay. I have no idea.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I have you to tell me.
I'm so glad I have you to tell. No, Moondog, she's talking to Squall.
But
Who, if Squall is who Squall is, they're kin. They're related.
the fundraiser, okay, the fundraiser thing, I didn't really understand much of that. I didn't know, you know.
So see, there's the admittance that she's been following all this since at least the fundraiser. So therefore, she's had eyes on me, right? With this group. All right.
Like, about what was going on, I guess, until afterwards when it blew up.
Yeah.
That's when I started hearing about it. But the idea of fake feds, you know,
Here comes
fake
defamation and slander.
You're not that important, okay? Like, for one, there's a missing kid. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that, you know, like, anybody has time to, like, be...
Coming from the mouth of this person who doesn't know Summer, isn't her next door neighbor. The missing kid's name's Summer Wells. And, But this person has chosen to be on panel after panel after panel after panel for months. Lying, bullshitting, defaming, slandering, fucking with, targeting me, and helping this fucking group. While there's a missing child named Summer Wells. But yes, please do tell me some more about how I'm okay. Alright, ladies.
Fake feds to go around and ask her, you know, crazy questions or be snooping into her lifestyle. I mean,
Yeah.
But she'd literally just been told by Squirrel that they had guards on me and such. Okay.
that's insane. And the terrorization that she gets from people speaking, I mean, supposedly you and I terrorized her. Do you feel like you somebody?
Now, what this means from this person's mouth behind the picture of is that I guess they, I guess they mean, as they've been riding panels, talking shit, making up stories about my brother's services, my life, personal shit they don't know, but they're putting out there as facts and harassment and defamation and slander for months prior to me figuring out who the hell they supposedly are, right? I didn't know who Chicken on Stick was till the other day. I didn't pay that much mind to her. So they're well aware that I think that they're terrorizing me. And she puts herself back in with Squall. She goes, so she thinks we are terrorizing her. So there's her admitting they are working in a group or cohesively. And thinks that obviously I feel like she's terrorizing me with what she's saying online all over the place. Did she stop that? Harassment, targeting, slander, defamation, and working with this group in order for me not to feel that way? I'm going to bet no, considering it went on for months. From at least February that I know of until now. Including the lies they told in front of a notary here.
That's her. That's her paranoia. Well, it was like, and that's been going on for her. Paranoia has been going on for a long time.
Yes, years.
But she went to the marathon and everything. But I commented,
So there she is, speaking to my mental health and what she thinks, and my paranoia, my this, my that. Well, like, isn't that in the paperwork over here now filed falsely with a notary saying that Miss Brown states regularly that so-and-so is mentally instable, mentally incompetent. Well, by God, you said it a month ago about mine in a slanderous defamation type of way all across the line, where these YouTube creators thought you gave them real good info to roll with, as then they started setting in on the Jody Sue's crazy, Jody Sue's this spin. Seems a little convenient, doesn't it? And she must know, because she just spoke back. She said she's been like that for years. Years, she told the audience, and millions of people around the world a month ago before I ever mentioned her name.
On that, and she just like snapped when I commented and said, well, they're not going to give you child support in the court where they're issuing a restraining order anyways, because they're going to have to look at his.
This is the same person that tried to tell me that C&D we're going to have people up on hate crime charges. Because that's how jailhouse lawyers work with BK around here. They spit out some of the dumbest shit. Either way, this is where we're at.
Taxes or his pay stubs.
They had look, these super geniuses of law.
And they're going to have to do, the calculator, which they said the calculator wasn't in court that day. And I'm like thinking, they they have the...
Oh, my favorite part, you start having Shay pop up on screen going, I'll send you a link to the video in your comment section. So there they all three are, sharing the links behind the scenes in the back chat. I mean, this should be lovely for court, along with the myriad of other videos, including that giant hit piece, you know, about Andy's PP for CSI and all them. I'll take it to the honey bun and the bail. And the summonses I'm going to have issued for every single one of these people.
Special judge for child support. And she snaps and goes off.
And even though another real person still talks shit about me across the line everywhere, okay? So that's going to take care of this anyway. But, and that I can prove it really has been occurring 4 or 5 years. It's going to make all that moot regardless. But if this is a fake one, which other people say, anyway, regardless, this person is going to sue the fuck out of every creator on there for using their profile picture to have a fake panel writer and to put out shit. So, there you go. That's how it's going to work. Either way, these people in this little circle are getting ready to get hit. All of them. With summonses for their fucking data, their identities, all of it. Every last bit of it.
And then it was like, you know, cussing me out and everything. And I'm like, what in the hell? You know?
And you see there's a part in here about certain substances and all sorts of stuff. Man, I got the fucking receipts. I got the receipts on that. And I will use them. And I will out everybody. Every name. I don't give a fuck anymore. If it leads to summer, fuck it. So if everybody wants to drag their friends and their buddies and everybody else into it and out everything on everyone, and so fucking be it, if it leads to fucking summer and answers, and why you people think it's okay to get online and target, harass, terrorize, and write panels, do whatever, I will out every motherfucker on this earth if it fucking comes to answers for fucking summer. Test me.
I talked to her one last time after that, or no, before that. The last time before that, I talked to her and everything. She hung up on me. And all I did was I asked her, I was like, what was the name of the guy that you told me was going up there and using the
Lazy shit. We already been over the other day.
internet, the Wi-Fi that is...
That's when it blew up.
Yeah.
That's when I started hearing about it. But the idea of
Did I go backwards?
fake feds, you know, fake.
You know, and she was on cracking cases. She did do that. This was after she tried discrediting them during the marathon and when she was talking to Chris Simms.
Was I on cracking? I don't know if I was or not. Fuck, I don't remember.
So, you know, you know, that was the extent of pretty much, you know, my journey with Jody Sue. And it was, you know, I couldn't figure out. I was like, you know, well, why is she trying to throw me under the bus? I haven't done anything to her. And then she cussed me out, and I was like, all right. And then I went back to start at day one on June 15th to find out who the RSO was. And I was like, you know.
And Squall has admittedly said she was watching me even before Summer went missing. Fuck's that about? The fuck?
She said his name to me, but then it was like, you know. Dyke.Crystal's Crime Time. If nobody has seen it, I will drop a link.
No, of course. And see, here's the thing. You have Squall. This is where it comes in. Shay's in here. All of them are in here. Crystal. This is Crystal's video. Shows they're all working together. And that's who Shay's talking about in the background. All of them. You know, when she says, we're all guilty, well, here you fucking go. They're all sitting back and forth, getting info. Well, I'll tell you when to release it. I'll tell you when to do this. I'll tell you when to do that. And then here's Chicken on a Stick right on the fucking panel, sharing links with them behind the scenes.
Too, since I am using it.
Those simple Google searches are really pissing me off. So,
Google searches.
What the
fuck?
Oh,
and here you go. And then Scotchy Britches gets up on panel, you know. So anyway, like I said, there are many videos where Chicken on a Stick talking shit about me, lying about my brother's services, all kinds of things, hours and hours and hours worth of them, including on the hit job piece, where science doesn't work that way for chemo or radiation either, and somebody's forcing themselves on me during it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. All I'm saying is that shit's out there, and we'll see how it goes. Right. But I do know that this is an avenue to make sure that summonses are given, people are called as witnesses, all of their data requested by a fucking court, and it can very, very much tie them all together and what they've been up to. And while we're here, let me see. You know, like I said, there's months worth of screenshots of the real person and real profile talking shit about me, slandering, defaming me all across the line. So, it doesn't matter. Regardless, we'll see how this goes. But, this does give me an avenue to unmask all of them and to show their connections. To request all of their data and all of their YouTube accounts. Their links, how they're connected, how they're sharing. And if it means I've got to pay bail to do it, I'll do it. So, yep, and the Facebook data. Absolutely do, Hickey. So, it means that I can absolutely request that. A judge can. A lawyer can. Sure does. And I can you know, ask that all of these people be brought forth as witnesses, and their data, all their videos of Chicken on a Stick, all the Facebook groups where they were talking shit, all the back chats, all the private messages, all the phone calls, records, and to see how they're working. And if they've created Chicken on a Stick, then the real Chicken on a Stick can see the shit out of them. Yep, phone data, cell phone data, whole nine. To show the extent of harassment. And if Chicken on a Stick is the real person, then we've got a problem. We've still got a problem if Chicken on a Stick has been invented. But I do know the real one still, for all these years, runs around online talking shit, and definitely defamed me and slandered me and shit first with posts in the middle of the night 5 years ago. And it's continued, and I have very real witnesses and messages and all the fucking receipts to show that it continued for several years, and that I never really did much pay attention, but either way, it gives me an avenue. Either way, it gives me an avenue to make sure all these people are put together in a quicker fashion than law enforcement can do. Absolutely. And then I will have the absolute grounds to sue the fucking living shit out of them easier than I could have done on my own with all the shit I've been working on in the background anyway. That I, my son, my family, my neighbors, my community can sue the fuck out of all of them. Easily. So, I don't know, you take those papers today that were signed for by a minor while an adult wasn't present, how you like, but I'm going to take them as a fucking gift from the universe. But yeah. That's where I'm at right now. But somebody really, truly, either way, went to a notary and lied in front of them. They tried to say I lied about 5 years of, but I can prove that through the years from that point when they defamed and slandered me online on Facebook, in the middle of the night while I was asleep, that they continued to go to my family after that and do shit. They continued to show up on my property after that. They continued to try to circle and inundate and do weird shit for a long time after that, and I'd had no further contact until the other day when I tried to call to be like, hey, is this really you, or is this a fake panel writer type of situation? But obviously they had eyes on my video, right? Or they wouldn't have known I called, because as you all can see, it never rang. It went beep, 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 beep. So they were watching, which means they have eyes on me, just like the rest. Now why? You tell me. So I know this has to be the very real person, right? Behind that icon. Or they wouldn't have known I was calling the other day, because it never rang. It beep, 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 beep. So they had eyes on the video. And they've been watching long enough to see Mike and try to, I don't know, they really think they take up that much headspace. Man, that's my kid's cat, and they named it Mike. I'm not big on the name. But it's my kid's cat. And that cat's been named up for months. Before I even figured out who the hell Chicken on a Stick was, or anything. So anyway, there's my avenue to put it together quicker than. And there's the community and neighbors and everybody else's avenue to lawsuits, to defamation, to real slander, to bullshit, to damage to character, and to ripping off the mask for all of these creators and subpoenaing their fucking data, phone records, Facebook data, private everything, media, all for one piece of paper or two. Talk about harassment, indeed. It's all there on all this media we can subpoena. Harassment, terrorization, slander, defamation, indeed. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. I got something I gotta do real quick.